So now I'm going to go ahead and explain another part of similar triangles where we're still going to be working with proportions. This is going to be called the triangle proportionality theorem. So I have a triangle right here, and let's call this triangle A, B, C. Now I'm going to draw in a line segment that's going to be parallel to BC right here. So BC, let's call this DE. So BC and DE are parallel. From this, something special happens because we do have similar triangles. We have the smaller triangle and we have a much larger triangle. And we've worked problems like this in the past where you had to do segment addition postulate to add these two for the side length for the large triangle. There's a much easier way, and this is actually called the triangle proportionality theorem. What it basically states is this. If I take this segment, AD, and I divide it by the remaining part of the segment, DB, it's going to be equal to AE, same part of the small triangle, divided by EC. So it's actually much simpler to actually solve than what we've been doing. Now we can extend this out and we can have 4, 5, 6, 7 parallel lines, and you have to kind of work your way and pick your way through the problem itself. Now let's look at a problem that actually we can use the triangle proportionality theorem to actually use to solve. Here I have a problem that says find AB. So I'm looking for this entire length right here. Clearly it's got an x in it, so I'm going to have to set something up and solve for x. So we're going to use the triangle proportionality theorem right here that I just explained. So we're going to do this AD, the smaller part. So we're going to do 8 divided by DB, which is x plus 7. And of course, that's going to equal the 6 divided by the x minus 9. You can write it out like this and then plug in the numbers, or you can just plug the numbers straight in. It's really up to you what you're comfortable with. From here, we're going to cross multiply. We're going to get 8 times x minus 9, and that's going to equal 6 times x plus 7. We're going to do our hippity-hoppity distributive property, which I stole from Ms. Posey. This gives me 8x minus 72. It's 6x plus 42. We're going to subtract 6x from both sides. I have 2x minus 72 equals 42. Add 72 to both sides. I have 2x equals 114. And then from there, all I have to do is divide by 2, and it tells me that my x equals 57. Now, you guys know, you've been in my class long enough, this is not your final answer. Do not stop at x. We have to go back and look. It says find AB. Well, AB is going to be AD plus DB. So it's going to be 8 plus x plus 7. But now I know what x is, so I can plug it in. So that's 8 plus 57 plus 7, which gives me 8 plus 54. And then, why did I do it? Second time I've done that. That's 64. That's so annoying. 64, which now makes 72. So AB equals 72, and this is your actual answer. Don't forget that you actually need to answer the question. Just finding x is only half the battle.